Welcome back to my therapy room. My name is Michael Scharf, and today we're going to be speaking about reality checking. We're going to be speaking about the different types of reality checking and where it can apply to your day-to-day lives, as well as ways in which it can improve other aspects of your lives, such as relationships, decision-making, and so forth. This is Open Door Therapy. What is reality checking? As per the American Psychiatric Association, reality checking is the brain's ability to differentiate the difference between your internal realities and your external realities. These can be combined as thoughts and feelings and how you interact with your given environment. This is very common with things such as phobias. For example, arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. One of the ways to reality check is by differentiating the difference between your internal fear that maybe the spider will hurt you or kill you or anything of that nature, and the external reality of you are bigger than the spider. You can run away from the spider. The spider can't actually do that much damage. But as I mentioned before, fears aren't the only thing within reality checking that can be worked on. For example, relationships. You may have a friend or coworker or significant other that you message, and maybe they didn't get back to you in 3 hours. And within that time frame, how many times did you ask yourself, what could have happened? Are they mad at me? Did I do something wrong? Are they okay? Are they in trouble? Did something happen? All these different made-up scenarios are ideas that you are making in your own head. Reality checking would be recognizing your internal realities, which is what could have happened that I don't know about, versus the external realities that they just haven't answered in 3 hours. And recognizing these differences can enable your brain to start panicking less and living more. Here's the thing about reality checking. It's all based around an internal belief, which makes it very difficult to argue against, which is why the goal is not to argue against it, but rather to use your own logic to contradict your own realities. For example, two of the most popular ways in which we as therapists help clients reality check is by cognitive restructuring and reality checking journaling. Cognitive restructuring is one of the methods we use where a client identifies the differences between what they're perceiving and what their actual reality is, and how to identify the differences objectively. For example, in a situation where you see a spider and you are afraid of the spider, the internal reality that you have is the spider is going to crawl up my leg, bite me, and maybe hurt me or give me an infection. Whereas the external reality is that the spider is standing on the floor. Regardless if the spider comes near you, you can run, you can step on it. There are other ways you can handle the situation that would prevent that fear from coming true. The other scenario is reality checking journaling, which is a way that one can use a narrative format to describe a given scenario and see from an outside view, typically post facto, of how the situation went about. Another reality that we like to present is the reality of so what, now what? So what, now what is that if it does happen, what are you going to do about it? For example, if the spider were to climb up your leg and bite you and it hurts, will you get it checked by a doctor? Will you put ice on it? Will you take a medication? What will you do about it? The basic idea surrounding that coping mechanism is recognizing self-perseverance, an ability to manage yourself within an anxiety or fear-provoking scenario. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson on reality checking. I'll see you next time.